Hi and welcome back to ADSR Pro with me, Mike Smith. We're continuing with our Cubase Elements videos and we're still continuing using Groove Agent SE, and this time all we're going to do is show you how to replace drums within Groove Agent to create your own kits. So all we do, let's open Groove Agent and we're on the instrument, and if we open up our little media section, our side tab, what we can do is, let's just go to home, and you can see here we've got all the different options. I'm just going to go to file browser, and obviously I'm looking on my hard drive at samples, and let's just start with a kick. What we can do is flick through and listen, see which ones we like. Let's try that one, and if we just drag it across to the pad, and if we use the center section, what this does is it actually replaces the sample. So if I selected another, for instance, and use the top, what you can see there is it actually layers the samples, which is ideal if you're using velocity, because each velocity dependent on this slider determines which kick plays. So we're not doing that in this instance. All we're doing is just replacing the samples. So let's just drag that across, and there you go. So there's our kick. Let's go to snares. Let's use that one. Drag it across. Hi-hats. That one. Percussion. I've got another. Let's try a zap on that one. Cymbals. That'll do. Hi-hat open. That's nice. Let's have a shaker. Okay, so what we've done there, we've replaced those 8 samples, and I've got a MIDI loop already. Let's just play that back and see how it sounds. Okay, and what we can do is we can now go back into Groove Agent and we can manipulate each sound if we like. So let's just start with volumes. Let's bring the volume of everything else down. Let's see where we are. So there's our kick. Snare. And of course we could apply a little bit of pan and everything to each. But what we can also do is, if we go to the amp section, we can send to auxiliary effects. Let's just go into the mixer. Let's see what's on auxiliary. So we've got a reverb on there. Let's just make it a bit smaller. Make it more of a let's do the same with the hats. So you can see you add a little bit more life to each one. And we could also go into filter, we could also modulate pitch, adjust the samples as we've done in previous videos. Maybe sound a little bit, shouldn't really put reverb on the kick, but let's have a listen. A little bit of room reverb. So you can see I've only really again touched the tip of the iceberg with regards to this, but you can see how powerful Groove Agent can be. Not only can we drag and drop MIDI files to create loops, we can go in and create MIDI files to trigger each individual sample. We can also replace samples within kits. And of course, there's nothing stopping us saving this kit as our own kit as well, so we've always got it there. So for instance, if you're doing a house project, it's maybe worth going through your samples, getting a nice collection of house, you know, kicks, snares, claps, hats, saving it as a house kit, and building up your own. And of course, this mixer section here, again, we've really only touched on it. There's so many different possibilities. You've got 4 auxiliary sends. You've also got a kit where you can put an additional 4 effects on it, as well as a master. So for instance, on the master, we've obviously sent a few things to the reverb send on auxiliary 1. On the master, for instance, we could maybe put a limiter or a maximizer, compressor, you know, just to compress the kit a little bit and bring it to life. You could maybe even put a bit of saturation on there. It's a bit of it. So as you can see, very complex. And of course, when you save the preset, all of this will be saved. So again, if you spend a bit of time, let's say you're not in a very productive mood, it's worth always maybe going in to Groove Agent or the likes and creating your own kit, spending a bit of time tweaking it, all the samples, getting the start and end points right, the nice amount of saturation and volume and pan, and build up your own content, because at the end of the day, it's your content that will make you distinct from every other artist. So it's always worth spending a bit of time. If you like what I do, please do subscribe to my channel. I'm going to do a few more videos on Cubase Elements, so if you've got any questions, please get in touch. And until next time, bye-bye.